Hello guys, let's DIY Denim Tote bag from Ojin. So today tutorial is a beginner friendly tutorial, so simple, anybody can recreate this. So I'm using an Ojin of mine that has gone through wear and tear. As you can see, this is like one of my favorites, but I just had to let it go, but not totally let it go. So that's why I decided to transform it to a Denim Tote bag. Like, this bag is very versatile, a lot of pockets to work with. As usual, first thing first, we're going to cut and then unseam to get the fabric to work with. So that's what I'm doing here. So now that we have a fabric to work with, we are going to, of course, fold it in two and then measure out the length. I'm using 16-inch for the length and then 14-inch for the width. So we're going to try as much as possible to get a straight rectangle shape, because you know these trouser, a jean that has slopey sides. So this is where will determine the shape of the bag. Now I'm going to use this one to cut out the other leg of the jean, because it's easier like this, because you know the fabric jean is quite thick, and if you cut everything at once it can be a bit difficult. Now we have a fabric to work with. Now we're just going to make sure that it's straightened, and the next thing is just to join each part together to form the front part and then the back part. I'm using French seam for this middle part just because I want it to be neater. Now the front and back part is ready. Next we are going to work on the front attachment. So the beautiful thing about this is you just cut out from the back part. That is it. That's why I said it's a very simple tote bag that anybody can make. So I'm just going to make sure it's well straightened, like the lines are straightened. So that's the only thing we're going to do here. So now that is straightened, I'm just going to attach it and then discover that the pocket are sticking out. So I'm just going to reduce it in the middle so that it fits perfectly to the background. So I cut out the excess after sewing. So now this fits perfectly, and then I'm just going to trim the top part so that it's left with the hemming there. This gives it another kind of beauty and design. So we're just working around what we have. So I decided to take it up a bit so that the damper will be like that, and then fold it in, pin it down, and sew all the sides together, including stop stitching the middle of this. To get a flat bottom, I'm just going to cut out a square shape. So I measure that 2-inch on both sides and then cut. So this is what's going to give the base a flat finish. So next you're going to sew both sides, including the down part, and then afterwards you're going to sew the square side like this. So this is it, it's ready. So you make sure to trim as low as possible to the seam. This will help give it a good finish. So we're going to, of course, top stitch all the joinings. This is also optional, but I'd rather do so. And then I decided to use bias to turn over the top part because I wanted it to be neat as possible. So of course, just pin it down, sew, and then turn over, pin, and then sew. So it's as simple as that. Oh, and tag me on my socials if you plan to recreate this bag. I would love to see it. I'll leave the link on my description box. So at this point you can top stitch from the top. So I said to use the waistband for the strap of this bag. So that's what I'm doing now. I decided to add fabric to it because the length wasn't enough for me. I wanted within 3-inch length in strap, so it depends on you. You can decide to make yours smaller, but I want the strap to be a bit longer. So I just sew, turn over, and then stop stitch. To add the strap, you just look for the middle points and then measure 2.5 inch from the middle parts on both sides, and then you fix in the strap. Of course, you also measure how depth you want the strap to go into the bag before you pin it down and sew. So I tried to use crisscross stitching and then stop stitch the very top of this bag just to give it extra kind of design. And then I tried to use this magic lock. You can use any other type of lock you feel comfortable with. So this was so easy for me, and I think for beginners friendly this will be perfect. So just attach it to the lines that are there already, and then you're good to go. So I think this bag is actually a perfect back to school bag because it can carry a lot: your books, your lunch box, your water bottle, your phones, and so many things. So it's so perfect. Like, this is like my new favorite bag. I just love it. I wish you can see it in person. So if you like this tutorial, please like, share, subscribe before you leave, and then leave me a comment down below if you have any question. I'm open to a lot of questions. Thanks. Bye.